Alright, back to another video. It's gonna be another rant video. Last week I made a rant video explaining why I won't review Kids Bop. This time I'm doing a rant video on why I won't review Now That's What I Call Music. Now That's What I Call Music is a series of compilation albums that originated in the UK and Ireland back in '83. It's owned by those asswipes known as Universal Music Group, aka UMG. I mean, who else would own it? Anyways, Now That's What I Call Music was conceived by Stephen Navin and John Webster in the office of Virgin Records, which is of course owned by UMG. They took their idea to Simon Draper and Peter Jamieson. Interestingly enough, Peter had an idea for a similar compilation album series. He agreed to a partnership and the deal was finalized on Richard Branson's boat of all places. Keep in mind that Now That's What I Call Music was initially just in the UK and Ireland, and is still ongoing. It came to South Africa in '84 and is ongoing there as well. It lasted from '95 to 2004 in Mexico. I think the reason why it didn't last that long over there is because there wasn't a lot of interest. It has been ongoing in New Zealand since '97, and the US since '98. It didn't get to Australia until 2002, and it was discontinued in that region in 2019. I tried looking online to see how many Now That's What I Call Music albums were made, and the result says there's 67 physical releases. The truth of the matter is that there's a lot more than you think. To the best of my research, I'm going to try and see just how many volumes there are in total. I'll start with the UK and Ireland, since this is where it originated. When it comes to this region, there are 110 regular volumes, 10 reissues, 34 in the Dance series, 10 in the Christmas series, 101 special editions, 24 in the Hit series, 17 in the 4 CD series, 6 in the Yearbook series, 13 in the 10th Anniversary series, 20 in the Millennium series, and 13 DVDs. That's a total of 325 compilations. Now we move on to the US. Over here there are 81 regular volumes, 56 special editions, 12 Christmas albums, 29 country albums, 2 DVDs, and 4 in the Latino series. That's a total of 184, so that's more than half of what the UK and Ireland got. Next we're going to move on to the Asian region. There are 10 standard albums, 2 Chinese Best series, 7 in the Love series, 2 in the Plus series, and 4 special editions. That's a total of 25, which isn't that many if you think about it. Moving on to Australia. There's only 1 album in the first series, 8 in the second series, 34 in the third series, 10 in the fourth series, 5 in the 100% series, 4 in the Vision series, and 14 special editions. That's a total of 76 compilations. There's 1 Benelux album, but that's a different story. Now on to Canada. There is 1 in the original series, 28 in the current series, 2 in the then series, 11 country albums, 16 special editions, and 5 dance editions. That's a total of 63 albums. Next up is Denmark. Denmark received 19 regular albums, 24 in the Big Hit series, and 2 special editions. That's a total of 45. Finland only received 12 in total. France received 10, Greece received 11, Hungary got 21, 35 went to Israel, 55 went to Italy. Japan ended up getting 54 in total. South Korea, on the other hand, only got 1. Guessing the South Koreans were not interested, and neither am I. 10 went to Mexico, 9 went to Argentina, the Netherlands got 18, 67 were sent to New Zealand, a total of 20 went to Norway, Poland only got 13, a total of 47 went to Portugal, only 13 went to Saudi Arabia, and South Africa ended up with a total of 160, only 16 went to Spain. Last and certainly least, we get to Turkey. Turkey got a total of 48 albums. Now we've gone over every single region where Now That's What I Call Music has been sold. I've come to the conclusion that a total of 1,314 compilations have been made at the time of me making this video. Just for comparison, Buckethead has worked on 384 albums, including the Pike series. Honestly, I'd rather collect every single album that Buckethead has worked on, instead of just having one album from Now That's What I Call Music. At least Buckethead isn't some corporate entity who puts profits before talent. With all honesty, I don't know how Now That's What I Call Music has become the most successful music compilation series in the world, nor do I know who is buying it. I know they market each album as a time capsule of some sort, but I don't really give a shit. I couldn't find any info on how many albums that they've sold. If anyone knows, be sure to let me know in the comments. Around line, there's no swearing on those albums. Swearing is not allowed on those albums, which is fucking ridiculous. I think UMG just wants the series to be family friendly, but still. For example, the song Y'all Want a Single by Korn would not be allowed because that song has 65 uses of the word fuck. That being said, NSFW by Psychosick would definitely not be allowed because that song uses the word fuck about 400 times. I never really see anybody praising Now That's What I Call Music, and there's a lot of reasons as to why. First of all, it's mostly pop songs around those albums. Second, the entire brand is owned by UMG. And UMG has done a lot of shady shit over the years, such as price gouging, treat their artists like shit, and fucking over YouTubers who use music clips in their videos. I think it's for the best that artists such as Rise Against, Alice in Chains, Bush, The Pretty Reckless, Nine Inch Nails, Foo Fighters, Weezer, Black Veil Brides, and Garbage are no longer under UMG's umbrella. Anyways, I never see any YouTubers reviewing Now That's What I Call Music. I think there's some who do, but I'm not completely sure. I might get a lot of views if I were to review albums from that series, but it's just not worth it because the viewers would eventually get tired of that and would want me to review something different. Don't be surprised if someone decides to review all 1,314 compilations from Now That's What I Call Music. Hell, someone might actually do a video where they rank all the albums from worst to best. But you never know. I mean, there is this one guy who listened to every single album from Buckethead. So there's that. Now, the main reason why I won't review Now That's What I Call Music is for two reasons. One, the number of albums, and two, the fact that each of those albums feature artists I'm either unfamiliar with or don't care about. Now there's one album from Now That's What I Call Music that includes the song In the End by Black Veil Brides. But just isn't worth it because everything else on that album comes from artists I either know nothing about or don't find interesting. Sometimes albums from Now That's What I Call Music are donated to my workplace, but it's rare whenever someone buys them. I don't know how Now That's What I Call Music managed to stay relevant all these years, and yet I don't really see anybody talking about it. I never listened to nor owned any of those albums. None of my friends or relatives really talk about it. Probably because they don't really seem to give a shit. Hell, I didn't give a shit when the series first came to America in '98. For instance, I do have a few friends on Facebook who follow the brand's official Facebook page. I'm not saying that I want anything bad to happen to the people involved with Now That's What I Call Music. There's a slim chance that UMG will pull the plug someday, but only time will tell. Maybe That's What I Call Music will lose relevance and UMG will finally shut it down at a later date. But there's little to no chance of that happening. Next year will be the series' 40th anniversary, but I don't think anyone is excited for that. Hell, most people probably wouldn't even care. You might be asking what you can do about That's What I Call Music. Well, the answer is rather simple. Just do what I do and don't buy it. I do not condone harassing or doxing anyone involved with the series. Instead, just do what I do and leave them alone. I'm not saying that Now That's What I Call Music is the worst music compilation series ever, because Kidz Bop still holds that belt if you ask me. If you like Now That's What I Call Music, then that's okay, because it's not for me. Anyways, I have nothing else to add to this, so there you go.